Welcome to Charlton Sports Weekly. We're coming to you live here from the Charlton County High School gym. Like I said, if you hear some noise in the background, we've got the maidens and the Bethune boys are practicing behind us, so hopefully they won't make too much racket and you can hear what we're saying anyway.
Be nice.
But here with me, I've got Coach Ian Warkentien of the varsity boys team. I know we've had a little bit of a struggle lately, but you know.
We started off 2-0. Things were looking good, and then these past 3 games, tough schedule. They were all 3 ranked opponents, but last night was the worst of them all. We had a chance to win. We were up by 10 at halftime and let it slip away to lose by 5. But that puts us at 2-3. Frustrating, but a lot more to play. So just got to keep getting better.
Right. You know, like you said, there's a lot of games to play, and hopefully, as the season progresses, they'll maybe get a little tougher mentality and realize what they have to do in order to win.
Yeah, and that's been, you know, the thing that I've enjoyed all the time is these kids I've always had. They're going to work hard, hustle, dive on the floor. Problem is that's kind of declined. That confidence was there,
right.
And in each game we've been getting beat by some of these bigger, better teams. It's almost like it takes something out of them. So I got to get that reinstilled. But right now it's just free throws. Free throws are killing us. Last 2 games, last night we were 5 for 19, and the game before that, I can't remember the exact stat on it, but we missed a bunch. And if we could get that figured out.
Right, if you can at least hit half of those, you got a chance then.
Yeah, we lost by 5, and we missed, what'd I tell you? We
14?
missed 14, yeah, missed 14 free throws. 9 of them were in the 4th quarter, so figure that. And it is what it is. Just got to keep getting better. We shot. I know I made a lot of mistakes,
right.
But I promise you this next time it's not going to be on me because we shot about 100 free throws today. We're going to shoot 100 more tomorrow.
I was fixing to say, it's not like you don't ever practice them, right?
We're going to make sure that part's ironed out, then I can worry about the rest from there.
Okay, well, but hopefully, like you said, you go to Wilcox County Friday.
We do.
Which is, what, another ranked opponent?
They are. Well, preseason they were ranked number 2 in the state. And then Mitchell County was number 1, and they got beat. So I'm assuming the new rankings haven't come out yet.
Right.
They're either number 1 or number 2, so it's another big game. Hopefully some of our key players, Dave Ron Reed's been playing really well. He's averaging about 24 points for us now.
That's great.
And Desmond Davis kind of been a new face. He had 17 points and 9 rebounds last night. So if those two would keep on with Kurt Nixon and Mario, CJ, some of those guards, we'll have a chance.
Like I said, Desmond Davis, he's a big physical kind of kid, so he could, get him on the boards, maybe getting some rebounds and some putbacks.
Yeah, and that's what moved him into the starting lineup. He's only a sophomore, which is always positive. Getting playing time, but he's timid, kind of wants to be on the 3-point line. Everybody at the park, I got to shoot threes. And finally realizing to play around the rim. Last night he did it, leading rebounder, and he had all kinds of putbacks, and he still stepped out and hit a 3-pointer. So he got the best of both worlds, And
like I said, with his body build, I mean, he's more, I don't know what you call it, able to bang down low.
He's suitable for the post.
Yeah.
He's about 6'3", around 200 pounds, and he can jump. So, can put it all together now. I got to find something to mesh.
Right.
You do the substituting, and you get a guy in there and try to keep people fresh, and they're not used to playing different spots, which is still kind of affecting us, but that'll get ironed out as we go along.
Right. Like I said, you got Kurt Nixon. I know he's scored a good bit of points he has ups and downs just like everybody else, but
Saturday night against Turner he had 18 points.
Right.
And last night he had 11. And then give or take on some of the other games. So he's been averaging right around 10. He does a better job with his defense and creating more things there when he's hustling.
Right.
And getting out and go, and he's been getting some assists off of that. Get a steal, push it and dish, and that's been helping a lot as well.
Well, that's another thing I've noticed. You're playing a whole lot more up-tempo this year anyway.
They like that, of course, but also in the half-court set we just
struggle.
We don't have that true post them up, take your time and do all that. So we settle for too many bad shots, which I figure if we can run a little bit, we can get more layups.
Right.
And they've been doing it for the most part. It's just we do get wore down.
Well, as the year goes on, they should be in better shape too,
Yes,
so that'll help.
They will be.
But like I said, after Wilcox Friday, you get a little bit of a Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
You don't get a whole lot. I'm sure you'll start practicing
yeah, that day after Christmas. We have next Friday would be 28th, I believe. Yeah.
Something like that.
So the 28th we have a home game against Brantley County, and then that following Saturday night, Camden. We go to Camden, so we'll see how that all plays out.
You got to work all the turkey and whatever they eat off of Christmas out of them.
We'll be heading to Mississippi to see the wife's family, so that'll be a long drive, and then right back in the gym.
That's what they pay you the big bucks for,
That's right. That's right. High school coaching.
That's right. But hopefully people will continue to come out and support these kids. They're trying hard, they're working hard, and every time we got a home game, we need a big crowd here. Even on the road, if you can manage to get on the road, go watch these kids play.
Something to add to that real quick. I don't know who all does come and listen or what, but we would like to say thanks. We've had a great cheer section. A bunch of the kids have been asking about different things, and they're starting to finally get that little cheer block going again, making signs and rooting it on, and it does. It makes it more of an enjoyable environment.
Right. If you can get the students involved, the ones that are at the school, that it makes a world of difference.
It does, and so that's been a very positive. Now we just need to finish off our 10-point wins and make them feel like their money was well spent. And we'll keep going from there.
All right. Well, I guess that'll be it for right now. We'll be back in a little bit with Coach Norris Woods of the Maidens.
Thanks.
Anytime Fitness Folkestone, located in the Harvey Shopping Center, has everything you need to stay in shape or get that look you've always wanted. Upright conventional tanning beds, a Zumba room, weight room, and state-of-the-art treadmills. They also have supplements and tanning supplies. Anytime Fitness Folkestone is also the proud sponsor of Charlton Sports Weekly with Glenn Hughes and Stan Wilds. See Stan to get fit anytime.
The Folkestone Pharmacy, your original hometown pharmacy for over 45 years, is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet broadcasts. Folkestone Pharmacy accepts insurance from most local employers, including the City of Folkestone, Charlton County, Babcock and Wilcox, AJM, Charlton Memorial Hospital, and many others. The Folkestone Pharmacy wishes the Indians best of luck this season.
Welcome back to Charlton Sports Weekly. Here with Coach Norris Woods for the Maidens basketball coach. I heard you had a pretty impressive win last night.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Any win for me is pretty good.
Right.
Just having a young team is kind of hard to get those girls to really buy in the concept. They kind of they whine a lot. That's what I call it. I tell them they whine a lot. So I just I got a young group, but I really do like this group. They do give great effort.
Right.
They hate to lose. I think they're sore losers, and I am too. So
well, that's a good thing, though.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it was a great win for us last night, and it was also a region game, so that was real good for us.
Right. Now, I know you've struggled the last couple games before that,
Correct.
so anytime you can rebound and get a win, that's always good.
Always. Yeah, it's been a struggle for us, and then when we do lose, we lose big. And I don't think some of those losses, just mainly us making a bunch of mistakes. And like I said, go back to us being young and stuff like that. And but eventually, I think we'll be a lot better towards the end when they really do count.
Right. Now, I was at the Turner game, and
Correct.
They've got that big girl.
Yeah.
I think she's finally a senior.
Yeah.
But
I'll make sure she's a senior. Check the books.
But she's just hard to cover. She's big and she's taller probably than anybody we've got, and she does a great job on the boards, and she shoots the ball well from right around the basket.
Exactly, and we all refer to her as the big girl, and we've been facing her the last 3 years since I've been here, and she's been good for them, and she can shoot well, like you say, and she also, you get on the free throw line, she shoot free throws,
right.
And it's just hard, like you say, she's 6'3", 6'4", so it's hard to grab rebound, and it's hard to box her out too.
Oh,
so,
yes.
We just tell them, hey, if you can, fight for the ball, because that's really what it boils down to when we call rebound. It's all about the heart when it comes down to rebound.
But you faced Turner, the last 2 years in the region championship?
Yeah, well, actually, we played Wilcox in the region championship
right.
last year.
Okay.
But they've been there. They've been our competition the last couple of years. Even when we had Courtney,
right?
You know, we squeezed by with 3 points or 4 points. So they were even good when we've had Courtney. So I kind of knew it would be rough for us. But like I say, we want to get better each game.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like I said, who are some of your individual players that you? I know Raleisha Doyle's probably your leading scorer.
Yeah, I definitely have Raleisha. She's a sophomore this year, and she can score the basket. Hopefully, we could just work on getting some more isolation and some more screen sets for her to get some good shots. Not Reed. She actually my point guard. She's pretty good.
Right.
She's quick with the ball, and I just got to get her with better decision making with the ball. Also, Shirley Pollard, she's kind of in the middle. I call her soft just because she kind of plays soft, and I tell her that. Just hopefully she'll just take that as criticism and just kind of go out there and play like she can. But she can be really good.
Well, I know last year, she was a freshman last year. And
correct.
She had some big games last year, rebounding and scoring points. So it's inside of her somewhere. You just got
the potential. I just got to do my job and coach her and get her out of it.
Right. If she can be more consistent and do it every game,
we've got a lot better team.
And make you look a whole lot better, right?
You got that right.
Let's see, who else you got in your starting lineup?
I got Amber Jones. She's actually my rebound girl, I call her. She's fight for the ball, and she's small, but I'll tell you, she got a big heart, and she's great with the ball as far as rebound. And I also got Callan Carter. She's a freshman and I really do like her. I like her whole demeanor as far as basketball. She hustle. I mean, anything I tell her, she'll do. She's real coachable. So I'm really setting myself up towards the end, and maybe even next year we'll have a chance to even, I think, to play for it.
I think so, because there's no senior on your roster, right?
No seniors. 5 freshmen, 5 sophomores, and 3 juniors.
Well, that definitely looks good for the future.
I know, right? No senior night this year. Good thing.
We'll have a big, quick ceremony in between halftime.
You got that right.
But you've got Wilcox this Friday night, right?
Wilcox, correct. Wilcox this Friday. From what I hear, I don't think they as good in the past, but you never know. Any night a team can beat you, but I think if we play ball like we can, I think we should come out on top.
Right.
But it's another region game, so hopefully we can get that region win, which would be good for us.
So you've won, 2 regions, but 2 and 2 in the region?
Yep, 2 and 2 in the region, and I think we are 2 and 1 in the region. The one loss against Turner, and we lost to Brantley and Wayne, which is out of our region.
That's right. Okay.
Record being 2 and 3 right now.
All right.
Hopefully Friday we'll be 3 and 3, back to 500, which is a good thing.
Like I said, it's like I was telling Coach Warkentien, you get a. Hang on one second. All right. You get a very short Christmas break.
Yeah, I know. That's the bad thing about coaching basketball now.
And then you turn around the Friday after Christmas and you host Brantley County here.
Correct. Yep. And Brantley's a pretty solid team, and they always been a great program over there. Coach Dean Horn, great coach. And he has those girls playing, and that's a pretty good team. So that'd be good for us. We need. I enjoy playing teams that's when we have to compete, and anytime we get a chance to compete, I think the girls, we can learn from it and just get better from it, and hopefully that'll be a good game. We can compete and not really lose like we did last time, which I think we lost by 15. And mainly, I think they beat us on the free throw line.
Right.
We allowed them to go on the free throw line, but hopefully we get better and it'll be a better outcome this time.
Okay. Then I think the following night you go over to Camden County.
Yeah, and actually I went and scouted those girls.
They're normally really good.
Yeah, and my dad actually went to school with Coach Ellis over there,
okay.
So I know him well. Hopefully I could talk to him and get him not to beat me so bad. But I tell the girls, just take the challenge. They're a 6A school and they're gonna press a lot and stuff like that. They really don't have a lot of good shooters, but they do press a lot.
They're gonna press and shoot layups, right?
Yeah, make layups, which is the easiest basketball layups.
But like I said, we hope everybody comes out and supports these girls just like you do the boys. I know lots of times the boys' crowd's a little bit bigger than the girls' crowd, well, except for last year. But
yeah, matter of fact, the last 2 years we actually have been out doing the boys, but this year's been kind of rough for us. And like I tell the girls, the true fans, the true basketball fans will be here. Those that's here when we win it, it really doesn't matter. We just go out there and we're gonna play just let the fans know we're going to play to our full potential, and we're going to go out there and try and give 100%. So if the outcome doesn't fair the fans, then I'm sorry. You know, that's all we can do.
That's right. But we appreciate you coming on tonight, and we'll let you get back to practice. I know you probably got more things you want to work on, right?
Yeah, I got a lot of things I got to work on. But I appreciate y'all having me.
All right, we'll take a break and come back and wrap things up.
Y'all support this website now. Great website.
United First Federal Credit Union has been a part of Charlton County since 2001 and has been providing great service to our members since 1943. United First now offers mobile banking and email alerts. Mobile banking lets you check your balance from your cell phone, while email alerts notifies you when a significant event happens in your account. Both are easy to set up and are free to United First members. United First helps you afford life. All accounts are federally insured by NCUA. Radio Shack, located at 3885 Main Street inside the Folkestone Pharmacy, is your local Verizon Wireless authorized agent and Dish Network retailer. Radio Shack carries a variety of computers, tablets, smartphones, and other electronics. The Shack in Folkestone is proud of our student athletes and wishes them the best of luck this season. Now, let's go get 'em Indians.
Welcome back to Charlton Sports Weekly. We appreciate Coach Warkentien and Coach Woods for making an appearance today. Right now we're going to talk a little bit of recreation. We've got basketball. It's getting real close to starting. Right after the New Year.
After the New Year's, they'll haven't got a specific date yet, but looks like January. They'll actually be playing games.
I was told tentatively today by Richard, I believe possibly January 6th.
Okay.
If not then, probably the Saturday after that. So one of those two dates will get started. I think he said possibly up to eight games a Saturday, so that ought to be fun for me.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of kids out there this year playing. I know the 7 and 8-year-olds, I think there's 4 teams there, 2 or 3 in the 9 and 10s, and 3 in the 11 and 12s.
Right, I was told St. George even had 3 different teams this year.
Really? I didn't know that.
So, it's always good to get those kids involved. I know in the past few years we really haven't had a whole lot of participation out of them, but so for 3 teams from there, that's outstanding.
That's big, and that helps mix it up.
Right.
Instead of seeing the same faces every single time.
Well, that having to play the same team over and over again all year long. So.
Right.
But I believe we're going to try to mix in a few games with Brantley County too. So.
Are we?
So
that's going to make for some good basketball then, some interesting seasons, like you say, seeing different faces every week.
Right.
It's going to make some long Saturdays for you, though, Glenn.
I think say 8 games. I hadn't calculated in my head what time the last game would start, but it's probably late in the afternoon.
Running clock, Glenn, running clock.
I do my best.
Talk a little bit about wrestling. I know Stan couldn't make it today because he's traveling to
Right.
Wrestling.
The wrestling team is in Alma today competing. I know they had their first match last week. I believe it was against McIntosh County and Glenn Academy, which both of those are pretty good wrestling schools, I think. And I believe I was told that we lost both of the matches. I think it was fairly close.
Yeah.
But we had several individual winners, which I don't know who they are, and I apologize for that. But
well, one of them was probably Brent.
Right.
Speak out of turn, but he went to state last year, so I'm sure he was right there in the mix.
Right. I know you got him and Daniel Wade. I think he was in the state. Probably made the quarterfinals, or maybe even better than that last year in one of the heavier weight classes. Also, I saw in the paper they had a picture of the wrestling team. It looked like close to 30-something kids wrestling this year.
Yeah.
So
they're filling out the weight classes so they won't give away all those points, right?
Right. For those who don't know a whole lot about wrestling, for each individual match, if you win, you get so many team points.
Right.
And if you don't have a wrestler to fill out a slot, you're just giving those points away to the other team. So it's great that we've got a whole lot better participation in the wrestling too.
I know I came up here to a couple of meets last year, And we had good individual wrestlers, but you'd look up there at the scoreboard, and we'd be down, before we even started.
Right.
Going out in weight classes. But this year they're filling them out.
That's true. As far as Bethune basketball, they are on break, I guess, till after New Year's also. Yeah. So we haven't forgot talking about them. They just not playing any games this week.
Well, they're playing one behind us right now against
right.
the Maidens. Coach Baxter's giving them a workout against the varsity Maidens over here.
Right. Probably good for both of them a little.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as that goes, I think that'd pretty much wrap us up for this week. Probably won't be back next week for the Christmas holidays. There really won't be a whole lot to report on other than, I think, one basketball game.
One basketball game be Wilcox, and we'll probably, I know you'll have that in the paper, and we'll have the results over the weekend on the
right.
Facebook page.
So we just want to wish all our viewers a Merry Christmas and be safe if you're traveling, and tune back in probably beginning of the new year.
Yep, we'll see y'all next year. Merry Christmas from myself, Glenn, Chris, Stan, the whole crew.